Let others join. In the meantime, we'll slowly start now. Let's understand the concept of Azure. Kindly revise the core SQL DBA concepts. I mean, on-premises non-cloud SQL DBA concepts. Let's understand what exactly we do in our Azure database administration, Azure DBA course. Let's get started. This is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. I'm here to guide you step by step on the Azure portion of the database implementation for management and maintenance activities. My classes will be completely into practice mode, so need your support in terms of your timely practice and assignment submissions. You submit assignments on time, you get more items for more submissions, meaning more subject. So please, let's go hand in hand to learn the best from my classes. What we do here in our Azure DBA module, built on top of the core DBA, we are going to start with, of course, from the fundamentals, basics, the actual action items, migrations, working with migration issues, then tuning concepts, automated and manual tuning, audits and monitoring, something called elastic queries, logs, statistics, alerts. We need to learn about backups in Azure, compare with on-prem, backup strategies, point-in-time recovery, restores, recovery activities, geo-replication, a one-way data duplication process, server failover and DB sync, two-way data replication process, security concepts, clusters always on. We need to learn about virtual network setup, DR strategies and PowerShell. These are the main highlights or how-tos we need to learn in our classes. So the concepts we do in our classes will surely help us for the best score in DP 300 exam. Let's get started now. How to step into the Azure for configurations. We need to have our Azure account to start our practice from scratch. What is cloud? A virtual environment to host any data or applications. Easy, secured, and faster access to web URLs and tools. The benefits of cloud: faster, more secured, automated maintenance, tuning, and storage management. There are three major cloud providers for Azure, for SQL Server. SQL Server can be hosted in Azure Microsoft Cloud, Google Cloud, and AWS Cloud. Benefits of Azure Cloud: it is cheaper, highly secured, and easy integration with data engineering, data science, and big data technology is the main advantage. What does it mean? Remember, we are learning from the data stack perspective. Right from the birthplace of data, every activity from data capture to data hosting in live OLTP environment, as well as ETL warehousing concepts. Everything we can do in Azure. On my screen, OLTP to ETL, extract, transform, load, data warehouse, ETL admin, analytics, BI, Power BI admin, any kind of data science admin, any kind of management we can easily implement using Azure. To implement this Azure, we have various environments. What are they? Let's see. Number one, let me scroll down. SaaS, software as a service. 100% cloud. No software to install and logical computing. PaaS, platform as a service. 80% cloud, 20% non-cloud. Meaning most of the operations are cloud-based. Remaining, we need to do manually. We need to have manual intervention. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. 50% cloud will take care of the components like operating system, processor, memory, etc. Remaining, we need to take care. In our classes from tomorrow, we need to learn all these items. First, let's get the Azure account. Okay, here we go. Go to this website, portal.azure.com. You'll follow these items carefully. Go to portal.azure.com. Go to resources. Go to resources. See here. Go to portal.azure.com. Go to resources and create new resource. For the first time visit, it will ask you to sign up. It looks like this. Portal.azure.com. See, in this way. No account, create one. No account, create one. Click on create one. It will ask you for email address. Give your email address. You get a confirmation mail. You click on the confirmation link. You get one sign-in page like this. Next, to perform our day-to-day database operations, we need a subscription. Click on subscription. Click on add. Add. Click on add. Free trial. Select offer. Free trial. Select offer. In my case, I used up my free account. Free account is eligible only once per email address. Valid for 1 month. Click on select offer in your case. You get one prompt for mobile number and card details like this. You get one form for mobile number and card details. Credit card or debit card, anything is fine. Once you supply the details, we get one free subscription. I repeat, first visit portal.azure.com. You get account. You create account. Then click on subscriptions, free subscription. Here is our notes. Firstly, account, then subscription. In Azure, subscriptions are units of management and billing. Using subscriptions, we can monitor the changes for data hosting. In our case, it is database hosting. Setup, database performance alerts, configure security, and also implement dedicated management for dev, test, and production teams. So one account can have multiple subscriptions. So first step, Azure account. Second step, subscription. What we do inside the subscription, here it is. Here we go. Using these subscriptions, we create something called resources. Let's understand number 8. What are Azure resources? Simple. Any item we buy in Azure is called a resource. Example, SQL server. It's a resource. Or SQL database, SQL warehouse. These are all resources. Something called storage account. It's a resource. Our virtual machine is a resource. So on. These are all resources we are going to learn in our classes. So a resource is a basic building block of Azure for day-to-day operations. Anything you create, deploy in Azure is called a resource. And we need to pay for these resources based on one of the below pricing tier based on usage, example, Azure storage account, or for example, per month, Azure SQL database. Also Azure alerts. These are all per month basis. And also based on capacity. Something called Azure Elastic Pool. Okay, something called Azure Elastic Pool. So we need to pay for these resources with one of these options. Next, types of resources. We have storage resources like storage account, data lake storage account, etc. Item number 9. I'll mail you all these updated notes anyway. What are the various types of resources? We have storage resources, engineering resources like data factory, data bricks, stream analytics, etc. Database resources. I'll put them in a proper order to reflect our regular job roles also. Okay, here it is. Database, engineering, then ETL admin resources, another common job role, ETL admin for working database administrators. Here comes something called Azure virtual machines and Azure IoT, Azure key vaults, etc. Next, other resources like Azure firewall, Azure action groups, Azure purview, logic apps, etc. There are various resources in Azure. We are concentrating on the database resources and few ETL admin resources. Next, final item before we start our practice. Number 10, what are the various or what is a resource group first? What is a resource group? Observe carefully. What is a resource group? Resource group is simply a group of resources. When we create a resource in Azure, we need to specify the resource group also. It's mandatory. It's mandatory. Okay, here. Example. During Azure SQL Server creation, our very first process, we need to specify the resource name and additionally a resource group name also. We have multiple resources. We group them for easy billing, easy management. That is called resource group. So resource contains actual data. Resource contain actual data, but the resource itself is inside another resource group. There is a concept here. Why like this? Yes, easy management, easy billing activities. What does it mean? Let me put this way in simple terms. In our later classes, we'll be learning about the past SaaS years. I'll give you the example plan first. Simple and straight. Firstly, we are going to have the Azure account, okay, like this. This is our cloud account, Azure account. inside Azure account, we have something called subscription. What is it? Subscription. Okay, this is one subscription. Same way, you may have other subscriptions also like this. You might have multiple subscriptions in this way. Okay, like this. This is Azure subscription 1. So during your practice, you will see like this. Azure subscription 1 is a default name for the first subscription. Second subscription, it will be Azure subscription 2. And so on. Next, inside this subscription, we need to have something called resource groups. Okay, so here we have one resource group. This one particular resource group. One more resource group like this. This one, Azure resource group. Simply say resource group 1. Resource group 2. Okay, here it is. Next. Same way, resource group 3 like this. Okay, resource group 1, 2, 3 in this way. Next. From here, our next step. What is there inside the resource group? Resources. What are those resources? Let's see. You will have, for example, something like this. I'll make it clear and easier. You might have some machine learning resources, analytic resources. Next, you might have some database resources also. I'll take them anyway. Here it is. You might have some machine learning resources, analytic resources. You might also have some database resources. Okay, like this. You might have some additional resources called firewall resources. Sometimes you may have multiple group of databases as a single resource. Okay, like this. In few cases, you may have a virtual machine, VM, as a resource, or collection of VMs as a resource. Okay, something like this. So what we are learning here, we are understanding how to implement Azure account. Something like this. Next, how do we access? There are different ways to access the Azure. Number one, you can access from your computer. Okay, so here it is. This is your computer. From your computer, you can access from a browser. Okay, something like this. Using browser, you can access your Azure account. These are the things we are going to practice next. Or we can also access from the tool, like for example, SSMS tool. We also have other tools, like for example, migration tools. In our next classes, we'll see migration tools. There are tools like migration assistant in our course, using which we'll be able to access the Azure account. There are other tools like storage explorer tools, this one, like this. What is it? Storage or simply explorer tools. Okay, next. We can also access directly from apps like Power BI, Excel, etc. From apps we can access and others. See, Azure is a storage area. We can store databases, files, etc. But how to access is what we are learning now. Okay, next. Additionally, we can also access from an internal Azure service called PowerShell. What is this? Azure PowerShell. From Azure PowerShell also, we can perform our day-to-day activities. Where is this? Here. Go to Azure account, this one. Cloud Shell we call. Cloud Shell. Click on the Cloud Shell. We get one PowerShell option like this. I'll call it as Cloud Shell. There are two different types of Cloud Shell implementations, PowerShell and Bash. What is it? PowerShell and Bash. Bash and PowerShell, two different shell commands to access, to operate the Azure account. So this is a high level picture of our implementations. From here, any questions, let me know, please. I'll wait. This is a complete high level picture for our implementations. The basic funda. Questions, please. I'll wait. I'll wait for some time, please. Any questions, let me know. I'll wait. Let's recap what we learned so far. We started with what is Azure, what is cloud, benefits of cloud, Azure cloud for our end-to-end database implementation, database administration, and ETL admin activities. Database administrators are mainly responsible for The OLTP database management, live real-time enterprise database management. ETL admins are at the next level, manage ETL process and warehouse administration process. There are differences. OLTP and data warehouse, the administration part, there are major differences because OLTP loves normal forms. Data should be correctly arranged, neatly related. Warehouse need to aim at storage, big data, unlimited data, no relations. So the management objectives are different. When you compare a regular database, OLTP and ETL warehouse. In our classes, to work with the cloud management activities, we need to have various environments, SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. Practically, we need to learn them. SaaS, everything cloud provider will take care, like alerting system or resource group management, resource security. PaaS, majority things cloud will take care, remaining things we need to take care, like creating an SQL server. The services, agent dependency, system databases, provider will take care, cloud provider will take care. Admin login name, password, we need to take care. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Here we have to involve more. Processor, memory, disk, locations, drives, we need to involve, we need to take care. And only networking part, the cloud provider will take care. That is IaaS. To understand all these things practically, we need an Azure account. Here it is. We need an Azure account. Inside account, we have a subscription. Subscription has resource group. Resource group contain resources. Okay, in order. But how to work with them? How to play with the resources? There comes browser, SSMS tool, migration tools, explorer tools, apps, and others. There is one particular tool released by Microsoft 4 years back called ADS, Azure Data Studio. I did not mention it here because it is retiring next year. There is a tool called ADS, okay? Remember, ADS. What is it? Azure Data Studio, this one. But there are few security problems. Next year, Feb 28, 2026, it is retiring. So stick to the old friend, Management Studio, SSMS, it works. We have migration tools, explorer tools, apps, and others to interact, to play with the resources in Azure. In addition to shell commands, we need to learn in our classes. So for sure, we have a lot of things to learn. So need your support. Please let me know. Can you promise me you will do the practice on time, please, throughout the course? Please, I'll wait. Yes, please, I'll wait.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Others, please, I'll wait. Please.
Yes, sir.
Great. Please revise all the core DBA concepts thoroughly. Attendees who attended the core DBA, my notes, enough. Please be clear. Please be thorough with every dot from my notes. Attendees who are already aware of core DBA concepts, you may revisit them yourself, or you can reach me for the revisit or refresher kind of thing. It's up to you as per your confident technical skill set, and the job requirements. But nevertheless, the core DBA concepts are very much mandatory to understand my Azure DBA concepts. Please, there will be dependency. Example, we are going to learn how to create database in Azure, but how it is different from on-prem. You give me 4 differences, I'll give you 6 differences. You give me 6, I'll give you 8. It goes. I mean to say, friends, same course, but your experience, your exposure also should be proportional to your profile length. So more points to be added based on your comfort. That's how my tasks will be. Every concept there will be tasks. I need your support. Here is a task list. We are right now in the Azure fundamentals. What is Azure right now? We are going to learn about the server deployments and database deployments. After we learn all deployment activities, then some assignment. You submit n number of solutions for my assignment or n number of points. I need to give you n plus m. That's how it is. Because we cannot have the same kind of derivatives for starters as well as experience, right? Let's think practically. A 2 plus experience profile should be different from a 4 plus or 6 plus or 8 plus or 10 plus. There will be a difference. Please understand the ground reality. Concept is same, but the way we implement will be different. Migrations. For starters, how to migrate enough. For experience profiles, migration issues, their solutions. Senior, say 10 plus experience profiles, we are not going to concentrate on migrations more because it's a part of the regular DBA activity. You are a senior DBA, you have to troubleshoot migrations. Issues while troubleshooting is what we need to learn. That's how it goes. Hope you got what I mean. Things are bit away from a regular learning process. They are more into our profile and job oriented. I have different levels of assignment for every concept. You do more, you get more. I do more, I get more. Tuning, backups, restores, replications, failover, data sync, security management, and so on, including VMs, clusters, always on, and we have something called PBM, shell commands, etc. Everything I'll be taking it practically, no second thought. But core DBA, please revise it thoroughly during your free time. With this, we'll stop for now. We are going to start the technical journey, that is server database configuration, tomorrow. Slowly we'll start our technical items. Tomorrow's agenda: server database configurations, understanding the differences with on-prem, and then step into migration activities. Next class, after migrations, we need to learn troubleshooting the migrations and so on. We'll stop for now. Need your support. I'll provide you all this content on email now. Okay? Please go through the things carefully. I'll be sending you the complete content. I'll title this as Azure SQL DBA Introduction and the course content. I shall send you one PPT. Just wait for a few moments, please. Let me make sure I don't miss anything. I'm sending you an Excel file and 2 Word documents that includes all the content I was showing you today. Please go through the things carefully. Next, any questions, anyone, let me know, please. I'll stay back. I'll just put this onto my screen. Yes. On